Not for long! Our next piece will have the largest number of readers we have ever had for a day 6 Machina piece. We have got Santos, we have got Maronne, Cruz, Bibo, Reyes, Earle, Figuracion, Rosen, and of course our author, Miguel Garcia. For his piece, Harry Potter's Sexual Education. I'm so sorry.
Scene 1. Hogwarts, Teacher's Lounge. Severus Snape, the coldly sarcastic and hotly disliked professor of the Defense Against the Dark Arts subject in Hogwarts, sits on a desk enjoying his early morning tea. Enter WadcocK, the unremarkable, unfamous, and unrespected dual studies teacher. He's not in a good mood. WadcocK slams the heavy tome on the desk in front of Snape.
What is the meaning of this, Mr. WadcocK? Another student falling asleep in your class. Weasley twins once again leaving dung bombs in your seat. I told you before, I can't brew a potion for food.
Guess who I found trouncing around by the Serpentine corridor after hours?
Potter again.
Not even close. Icarus Barkworth and the Doddridge boy. They're both Slytherin boys, and just in case you've forgotten, you're the head of the house.
What exactly did these do?
WadcocK sits down next to Snape. He scans the room to make sure not many teachers are listening.
They stole Polyjuice Potion and, experimented.
Oh, fuck me.
I may not be England's premier alchemical researcher, but I know all sorts of complications that could happen from a teenage boy turning into a teenage girl and having sex with another teenage boy. What if the boy's conceived child? What if the girl boy transformed back into a boy? Would their dicks be stuck inside each other like a Chinese finger trap? Questions are insurmountable. The school's been training wizards and witches for more than 1,000 years. I'd expect it to be more like
Middle school.
a proper school, Severus. Boys and girls, they have all these complicated feelings at this age. I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. Sorry. I know, sour topic.
I suppose you have a reason for telling me this, Mr. WadcocK.
Well, after giving the boys a good right bollocking, I discussed the event with Albus, and he told me that the first thing in the morning, all of the fourth-year students and above are to receive sex education classes instead. Here's the curriculum.
This is a terrible idea.
Prepare the lesson, Snape. Dumbledore's orders.
WadcocK stands up to exit, leaving Snape to ready himself for the next class. Hogwarts, Defense Against the Dark Arts class. It's Harry Potter's class. He sits with his friends Hermione and Ron. Draco Malfoy sits behind him, snickering. Snape hasn't arrived yet.
Hey, Harry. Did you hear about Fox's and Golden?
Disgusting if you ask me.
No, it's not. I heard Foxman stole a Polyjuice Potion.
Please, Ron, not now.
He drank it, turning himself into a girl. Then he had sex with Doddridge.
As you've no doubt already heard, the filthy wrongdoings of Barkworth and Doddridge in the Serpentine corridor have forced the school to take measures at my expense. Today, instead of defense against the dark arts, which you all desperately need, we'll be taking sex education.
Yeah! This is the best!
Quiet.
What's up?
No more snickering. For once, Miss Granger, you and I are in absolute agreement. The school is for wizards and not back alley buffets of gigolos and harlots. If it were my way, I would have all of you procreating miscreants expelled. But since Dumbledore has decided to do it this way, I have no choice but to follow his command. Remember that this is sex education, not a sexual education. Do try and behave, children. I will first talk about the basics, how everything works. Secondly, I will discuss the basics of safe sex. Lastly, there will be a Q&A segment. Lovely. Let's get this over with.
Snape dips his hand into the box. He pulls out a scroll and unravels it, sticking it onto the board. It is the anatomy of a vagina.
This is a...
The picture flies away.
Potter, you imbecile, that was the anatomy diagram I needed for this class. 10 points from Gryffindor.
Don't worry, Harry. Our tradition nobody keeps track of those. Sir, it looked like a page from the Monster Book of Monsters. I was trying to protect you. Protect all of us. I am destined.
It was a picture of a vagina.
What? Nobody told me that that was living inside you. It looks like a fucking Grindylow.
Another word and I'll have you locked in detention. I suppose I have to thank you, Mr. Potter, because without that dreadful piece of anatomy, I no longer have to talk about it. Moving on. Let's see here. Safe sex. Wizard sex and Muggle sex are completely different entities. To compare them is like comparing a frog to a dragon. Wizard sex is incredibly dangerous and should not be toyed with. It is tempting to incorporate spells and alchemy into the bedroom. Those with lower self-esteem may attempt to enlarge certain aspects of their anatomy with a potion or a flick of the wand, but I assure you that would be rather unwise. In fact, the majority of the minuscule amount of incantations you know are quite dangerous and shouldn't be used anywhere near your genital regions.
Then what? We're supposed to have sex without magic, like filthy muggles.
Yes, you are, Malfoy, unless you want to risk shooting a vibrator stuck inside your small intestine out of your mouth by casting I'm not narrow, you narcissistic smear of smegma. Refrain from using the spell Duro, the spell that transforms targets into solid stone. You could damage your partner or misfire and damage yourself. Blood everywhere, not very pleasant. Likewise, the spell Erecto is for structures. And not flesh. You wouldn't want to see your vulva folded out like an umbrella, would you? If you had a lapse in judgment and come across a little problem, there are ways to remedy the situation. Marduk's potion of regret is unfortunately the only formula that can remove a fetus. It's made of children's tears, the blood of the innocent, and the powder of Muggle pro-choice stickers. Settle down. You do not in any way attempt to teleport it out of you. What a mess that is. And now for the fun part.
Snape indicates to the box.
I understand that asking questions in this topic publicly may provide some of you, may prove to be difficult for some of you. So Sir Dumbledore has decided that you write your questions, queries, comments in this box so that I may answer them anonymously.
Snape tosses the box over and the students take turns writing notes and placing them inside.
Write about anything you want in regards to sex and safety. Do not ask questions about how to pleasure your partner. Do not ask where to buy illicit alchemical ingredients for love potions. Some form of brevity would be appreciated, Weasley. The sooner we get through these blasted questions, the sooner we can get out with our lives.
The box is brought back to Snape, who reluctantly opens and takes out a note.
How does sex work? Is this a joke?
No, sir. You never explained it.
You place the penis inside the vagina.
But how, sir?
When it is erect.
But how? Using which spells? Engorgio?
It disgusts me to say this, but an erection is a natural physiological occurrence for you, Potter, now that image is stained in my memory forever.
Snape takes another note.
Is squirting real? No, it is an aqua eructo charm. Next. What if I accidentally pee in her? I would say get her to stand as quickly as possible, or perhaps you could apologize. I'm worried I might be in an abusive relationship. Nobody cares. I think I'm ready to start having sex. You are clearly not if you're asking me about it. Next. Is it normal to get erections for no reason? As long as it's not in my presence. Next. I use a jelly brain jinx to capture a girl and then use obliviate to erase her memories. This isn't even a question. Next. Finally, the last wretched piece of paper. That will be all for today, class.
What about my question?
It's supposed to be anonymous.
That's all right. Have no shame.
I recently had sex with a girl who said she was a virgin, but now it hurts when I pee.